What's up guys, my name is Andy. I recently did the short bed conversion on my 68 F100 and now it's time to cover up the seams left over from welding up the bed. I need to get them protected so that they won't rust while I figure out what I'm going to do with the truck. What I need to do now is pull the truck out so I can get to the edge. It's kind of tucked in the corner back here. Let's pull the truck forward and take a look at what we're going to do. All right, let's just do this. Oh, gotta take it out of gear. This is not how I wanted to do this, but that's okay. There. That'll work. I was actually going to start the truck and move it, but we're moved. Okay. I should probably clarify first that what I'm going to do is just a temporary solution. I don't know what I'm going to do with the paint on this truck. I like this patina look. You know, everything's worn down to the primer in a lot of spots, but there is a lot of bare metal showing, like on the hood. It's pretty bad. There's a lot of rust and exposed metal from when I tried to buff it up and clean it up. And it's not ideal. And then also the hood kind of doesn't match the rest of the truck. It's kind of a different shade of blue. This is supposed to be sky view blue is what this truck is supposed to be. I don't know if I've got different hood for them. I don't know what's going on with this truck. It was like it when I bought it. But anyways, I don't know what I'm going to do for this truck. I don't know how I'm going to protect the paint or if I'm just going to paint it. So in the meantime, I do want to protect these seams. On the inside, I went ahead and just sprayed some of that rust encapsulator stuff that I sprayed on my frame when I did the short bed conversion, just on the rust inside, the welds on the inside of the bed, because I don't want anything to happen to those. I don't know what I'm going to do with the inside. I may even do something like a rhino lining in here. Down the road, I'm not really worried about it right now, but I just want to protect those. And while they're black and ugly, you know, seams, it's fine on there, but on the outside, I want to clean this up a little bit. Also, because of the way I welded, because I'm not a great welder and I'm not a great grinder even, there's a lot of uneven surfaces along here that, again, if I were to get this truck painted, we would have to repair a lot of that surface, and whether we do some, you know, some fill or whatever we do, I take care of that then. But in the meantime, like I said, I want to get this seam protected. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mask off these seams, and I'm just going to spray some sky view blue paint over it. It will be new, fresh paint. It won't really look like the rest of this faded truck, but at least it will be protective. I'll do some primer first, and then we'll spray the color on. And again, this is not a how you paint your truck. This is just something I'm doing just to temporarily seal these seams so they don't rust. First thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a line of tape around the edge here. And because I didn't do a very good job of grinding this and cleaning this up, I've got some burnt paint from the welding, and I'd like to have some straight lines when I'm done with this, but I also want it to look natural. I don't know how else to describe that, because you know, where the paint's rubbing off and rubbing down to the primer, it'd be great if it could look like that, but I'm not an artist, so I'm just gonna have to just kind of, I guess, fake it with how this is gonna work out. And this part is not particularly exciting, taping all this off. And I don't know of again, because I'm not an auto body guy, I'm not sure if I'm even doing this right. But what I want to do is I'm going to create a line where we're going to have that primer and then the paint, and then I'm going to cover from here over. I just need to have a place to start with my line. Now this isn't looking too bad up here. I'll do the same thing on this side, but I did want to point out, because again, how uneven my grinds and stuff were. See how I'm kind of jogging out to the side here? That should be just straight down, but then I'd have a bunch of exposed metal. So I don't know if it's better to just have a wider strip all the way down or what. I was really trying to keep this seam as small as possible when I was grinding and welding, but obviously I got a little carried away in a couple of spots. But yeah, this is what I'm stuck with. So now what I've got here is just a little more tape on the cab. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a barrier for, you know, like over here and over this way. But I just wanted to create something that I could tape a line and then protect it. Now, this is where, again, inexperience. All I've got is some garbage bags because I don't have any newspaper or any Visqueen or anything or that plastic stuff that you put on here for masking things off. So I'm gonna use what I took out of the kitchen, and I hope the wife doesn't get too upset for taking all of the stuff out of the kitchen. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut open a bag here and make it into some masking for this project. What we'll do is we will tape this up like so, all the way down, and then we've got this protected with the same thing here. There, that's overkill, but let's do the same thing on this side, and then this side will be done, or ready. There, we're all messed up and ready to paint this seam. It looks bad, but it'll protect the paint, that's all we wanted. Now it's time to do the other 3 corners. All right, guys, I was finishing up this garbage bag masking problem. This just looks dumb, and I was like, I gotta have something better. I was looking around the garage and I forgot that I had this masking stuff from a project I did a couple years ago. So I dug that out, dusted it off, and you can extend this out. It unfolds to like 4 feet or whatever. We just need to mask off just a little bit. But anyway, so I was able to use one of these kinds of things. This has actually been a pretty slick little setup, and I wish I would have thought about that before, but this will work for now. So the next part, I want to get the primer can out, and I'm going to wipe this down. Again, if you were going to do this right, you're probably using something like acetone or something to clean this surface. Again, this is just a temporary, this is just to protect the metal just so that it doesn't rust for now, but it's not meant to be a lasting solution. So I'm just going to wipe this down, and then we're going to spray some primer in here, let that set up, and then we'll do the blue coat. Now you can see this weld right here didn't get ground good enough, and almost looks like some pinholes and stuff in here. So the downside for this is it's going to flatten out the weld or the grinding job that I did. So with the color on here, it's really going to show how bad that seam is. But at least, well, it's just temporary. Cool, let's do the other 3 corners. All right, now that we got the primer, it's set up for a little bit, it's time to put on some of our top coat. And this is just that Ford E paint code, Skyview Blue, for those that want to know that color. But, so it doesn't look too bad. This looks a little bit darker but this is all faded, so that's not a surprise. But, all right, here we go. All right, we'll do that, and then I'll do the whole truck, and we'll come back and we'll do another coat. All right, that first coat is dry. I think it's time for a second coat again. Gosh, you can really see just how bad my seams are from the welding. But anyways, all right, well, let's get that next coat on there. All right, that second coat is done, and I think we can start to peel this off. Let's see how bad it looks. Let's see if I messed up the truck. Yeah, that's not, I mean, we knew this wasn't going to be great. I wanted to protect that metal, but this just, oh, I missed a spot. Oh, awesome. Okay, well, let's just see how it came out. Boy, that doesn't match at all. Oh well, It is what it is. Well, okay, what if we stand back here? Is that noticeable, guys? Oh, okay, rule number 1, don't have Andy paint your truck. Got it. Well, guys, I cannot say that that's objectively better. It's blue, and the rust won't happen now because we protected the bare steel, but gosh, even looking, so where the trim was covering the paint, it's just not the same shade. I mean, there's no clear in it. This is almost just a flat, which again, another thing I didn't even pay attention to, that I should have got some sort of, what is it, dual stage or something like that, where you got the base and the clear in it or whatever. So that's not helping, but gosh, it just, and then because I didn't do a straight line, I think it makes it even worse because I was trying to keep it as small as possible, but by doing that, oh, this is just horrible. So back here, I had a nice straight line on this back piece, or straighter, so that doesn't look as bad, but geez, that just looks, I don't know, guys. I can't say that it is better. I mean, it is because we're protected the steel, but I don't know, guys. It's in this low lighting situation over here. This doesn't stand out as bad, but the two different differences there. Anyways, okay, enough complaining. So again, guys, this wasn't meant to be an instructional video on what you should do. This is just what I'm doing to buy me some time until I figure out what I'm gonna do with this paint color. Yeah, let the comments begin. Gosh, it's a good thing I didn't say this is the only way to do it, because this would be hard to swallow. So, all right, guys, so that's covering those seams. It's exactly what I wanted to do, get them protected for now, and then I can go about my business with other stuff. I got some other plans coming up with the truck pretty soon here, so I can forget about how bad this is and focus on the new stuff that I'm gonna do. So anyway, guys, we'll see you in the next one.